This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame, the biggest message to his team in the locker room is communicate and execute. In this situation, they're trying to separate themselves in the conference race. The Big Ten is so loaded, but on the road, it is going to be tough in this hostile environment. Over-communication at the line of scrimmage and executing every play, particularly on this opening script, that is their focus here after kickoff. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. The Gators headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
Go! Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 29 is the mic.
Going to the running game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
And the Wolverines come to the line needing just inches for the first down.
Ready? 949, Rockstar. 9, Newman. Hot.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10.
14 choice. Here we go. Ready. Blue. Set hot. Run.
They'll give it to him again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Whammy.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time, D.
Branch.
Don't let him breathe.
Skate.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Hot.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Sends it back in motion. Jones to throw. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He might want another play. Wants to fire on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Gators are going to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Gators! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they've put points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He almost kicked that thing out of bounds, but no penalty into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
Unloads it downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, they squelched that play so fast. Can you even still call it a sweep?
You can sweep that play under the rug and not run it again because it was very unsuccessful.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14.
Magic. Ninja. Mustang. Hey, kill it.
Here's Underwood to throw. Complete. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down.
Kill, kill, kill. Set high.
Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the play on third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation.
Kill, kill. I got 19. He's mine. He's not going anywhere. Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. 214 close. 214 close. Bender. Hawkeye. Copper. Stack.
Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route.
Here we go. Play.
Jones wants to throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. It'll be 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Ready. Over here, bullseye. Yo, Tino. Set high.
From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Wide open downfield. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Here comes the heat. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Come on, ready, set, elbow.
Wants to adjust the pattern.
Stay. Bingo Luther.
Jones to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown Gators! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a first down here to open the period. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's second. They're down to one timeout left in the half. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, like they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down.
Let's get off the field.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Come on, D. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Here's Underwood. Fires to the right. Got his man. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Handoff to the lone back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Right back to it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
That's a really good job by this defense because second and short, a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, third and short time, probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team?
Turning on the Jets. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And the Wolverines are threatening on first and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers.
139 Albatross. 139 Albatross.
Under fire. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Offensively, you want to run that counter, right, to try to take advantage of hyperactive defenses, but just poor execution. Not a good job of understanding where I need to go when I bounce that thing backside, and it bounced outside. You want to take that thing inside, so the offense needs to operate a little bit better and maybe not run as much counter because the defense got in there pretty quick.
Red 54. Red 54.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner will be brought down.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
You ain't got nothing. Let's go. White 53, white 53.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defense's speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run to the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Jones wants to throw it. Here's a heat. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Gators will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. What a terrible, terrible shank. Well, he just kicked that thing straight out of bounds, and they'll take over in the red zone. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll try the right side. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is good. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the returner will be dragged down.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And now on second down for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll pull it down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
There's so many of these read plays with quarterbacks because they're so smart and they're so athletic now. He makes the correct read, the correct decision, goes and gets the first down, new set of downs. Great job by the quarterback.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Here we go.
Here we go. Set. Blue 22.
Jones to throw. Makes the catch. Crosses the 35. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10.
Come on, flow.
Wants to throw it again. Here's the pressure. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Dude, wide open, big play opportunity, hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Looking to throw on first down. On target.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making adjustments. Jones wants to throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Wide receiver comes in motion. Unloads quickly. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
Hey, check it. Blue 42, Thunder. Blue 42, Thunder.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Oh, out of my way. All day. I'm here all day.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a crease to the left. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10.
Ready. Red 18. Red 18. Icy. Kill. 180 race car. 180 race car.
To the ground. He's got it again. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We start with Tulane taking on the Army Black Knights. And it's the Green Wave coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Quarterback making checks.
Ruben. Ready, set.
Jones to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
So now it's second and long.
Here we go.
Motion from the wideout. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Hey, I like this by the offense. Nice job of not forcing it, having to throw the football. Now you make it third and manageable. Put your offense in a better position to succeed. That's a nice second down play.
Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Underwood. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field, and they wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. And here's the third interception of the night. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
Blue 18 flash. Blue 18 flash. Cross. 360
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And that one will give them the lead.
Man, and these hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. Got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Look at him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. The Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. They'll try the right side. They'll try to answer that. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
David, I've been so impressed watching this five-star true freshman and how he's played early this year. I think everybody knew he was physical and he could run and he had speed, but this is a guy that can catch the ball, he can block, he can do a lot of different things in this offense. The moment has just never seemed too big for him.
Yeah, I think physically is never really an issue with a lot of freshmen. It's always the mentally. Can I take it? Can I learn the playbook? Can I handle all these things that are coming at me? He's handled it all. He's handled it with flying colors. He's on pace to rush for over 1,000 yards. As a true freshman, like investment they made in him, well spent.
They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Hey, you're on the 9 over there. You're on the 9 now. 3 down.
Saber. Magic. Ninja. Red 20.
Throwing, Underwood. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Rushes on him. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They're setting up the screen. Powers through the defender. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
To the air, it's Underwood. Complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the right. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall?
Kill.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They
Tsunami. 496. Tsunami.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He's got it, 1st down and more. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge 1st down.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read.
Whammy.
Tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. I got him.
Underwood. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got...
Caught, and he will score! Touchdown, Michigan! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Turning it on. Got enough for the 1st. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
Flow. Hey, grill. Move.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Might be calling a hot route.
Go.
Jones wants to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The RPO, it's complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Handoff, Jaden running left. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Come on, Mike 12. Come on, Sawmill.
Get him. Mike 12.
Opposite.
Mike 12.
What did he hit?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
White 80. White 80.
Woo! 4 down. Check. 4 down. Let's go, baby.
Run in the red zone, it's ball. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here comes the option. The pitch. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Pulls and fires complete. Got enough space. Touchdown, Florida. They move on top here in the fourth. The Gators answer right back. Another. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And he muffs it. It's loose. Make a play on the squib kick just inside the 25. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want them.
Jumped on top of the pile.
That's a great example of quarterbacks trusting their targets when throwing vertically down the field. There are a lot of quarterbacks that might have shied away from that throw because on the corner route, that receiver was covered, but this QB knew. I've practiced with this guy. We've been in games before, and I know if I just give him a shot, if I can just put it somewhere within his catch radius, this guy is athletic enough to go up and make a big play for me, and you saw that confidence on that one.
528 Cruz.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty.
I know he ain't got it. Ninja.
Throwing, Underwood. Oh, they're after him. He's got him. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
674, take off. 674.
He leaves it with the back. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Kill. All day. All day, every day, any day. Hey, kill it. 776 captain. 776 captain.
They give it to him again. Maybe some room here. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Bender. Hawkeye. Set hot.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Floats it out in space.
And they get the completion, and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock. But what's really important now is it's 4th down. And that made it more manageable. But obviously, the clock is not as important as making sure you get this 4th down conversion.
And here we go. Down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Red 18. Red 18. Stack.
4th down, Underwood. Hauls it in the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the first, getting some momentum, and keeping this drive alive.
Down. Kill. 886 bouncer. 886 bouncer.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Ready? Kill, kill, kill. 949 Rockstar. 949 Rockstar.
They go right back to him. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down.
Black 14.
Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And what a big 3rd down stop for this defense, and now it's decision time for the offense. Actually, no, it's not. Like what are we doing? The field goal